Spreading all around my room, my world's so bright, it's hard to breathe, but that's alright. Hush.
What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video here on the World of Juice channel, and it is finally time for Madden 26. I know, even saying that, those words might induce fear and cause people to go into anaphylactic shock just by hearing the words Madden again, Madden 26. But we are back. It's the first Madden video of the year for me, and I have finally chosen my franchise team for this cycle. I did Tampa Bay last year, and now this year we are going to the AFC. I kind of hinted at this a couple of times during the Tampa Bay cycle. During some of my commentary for the games, I kind of hinted at this is probably the team that I was going to do. I have chosen maybe the biggest dumpster fire in sports franchise history over the past 25 years. It is the Cleveland Browns. The reason I chose the Cleveland Browns is not only because this team just historically has been absolute utter trash, both on the field and in the front office and in the coaching staff and all that kind of stuff. Just the whole franchise since they got brought back after getting relocated to Baltimore. Ever since they've been back, they've just been absolute garbage. So, not only that, but also because they have maybe the most interesting quarterback room in football this year. They've got Joe Flacco, they've got Kenny Tiny Hands Pickett, you've got two rookies in Dylan Gabriel, who I think was a third round pick, either third or fourth, but he's also hurt in real life. Then you've got Shador Sanders, who everybody thought was going to be a first round pick, then drops all the way to the fifth round. And then they brought in freaking Tyler Huntley, which I don't know if he's in the roster in the game, but in real life, they just brought him in. So it's the most interesting quarterback room in football. Who's going to be the long-term starter? Obviously, Joe Flacco is going to start week number 1. That's a pretty much guaranteed thing. I'd put my entire soul on that. But I do believe that either Dylan Gabriel or Shador Sanders will be starting by the end of the season. And I'd even go as far as to say probably Shador starts by at least the second half of the year. Maybe week 9, maybe week 10. Because by then the Browns are probably going to be out of the playoff race. They're not going to be competitive, even though they've got some good players. They're not going to be competitive. They just don't have that good of an offense, especially with no quarterback. No disrespect to Flacco. He's just not that good anymore. And they're going to go to a starter. The fans are going to be clamoring for Shador or Dylan Gabriel, whoever they want, and they're going to listen to him. They're going to move to a rookie quarterback by the second half of the year. Maybe even happens earlier than that, but my guess would be the latest would be like week 9, week 10, somewhere around that time, and they would pivot to either Shador or Dylan Gabriel. Now in this series, I'm not going to start Joe Flacco. That's just not going to happen. We might even trade Joe Flacco in this series. We're probably not going to do anything with Kenny Pickett. I'm not a big fan of tiny hands at all. Dylan Gabriel and Shador Sanders is really the two guys that we have to battle for. Like, who's going to be the guy? Is it going to be Shador? Is it going to be Dylan? I don't know. We'll have to make that decision in this game or in this series. It could be either one. I have no idea. As for the rest of the team, there's really not a relevant piece on the offense other than David Njoku because Nick Chubb is gone. They don't have any good wide receivers. Their offensive line is whatever. This Browns team's just kind of whatever on offense. The defense, you've got some decent ones in Denzel Ward. You got Myles Garrett, obviously. You've got some nice young pieces. You don't have JOK, at least not in real life. He's going to be out for the season, but in the game, he's not going to be injured. So we'll have him for the game or for the season in the game. But the rest of the team, you've got some pieces here and there, but this team needs a lot of work, and there's only one man to do it, and that is Coach Juice. But Coach Juice has had some rough times, some hard times, daddy. After leaving Tampa Bay, he's had some hard times, and getting the job as the Cleveland Browns head coach has not done well for his physical appearance. You'll see what I'm talking about in a minute, but let's just say Coach Juice has seen better days physically. So we'll get there in a second. But if you're going to enjoy, hit that like button, subscribe channel, join the Juice Club. Madden 26 is upon us. I'm excited, but I'm also not excited because it's Madden at the end of the day, and I don't like the game. But maybe this game will change. Maybe there's gonna be a turnaround. Maybe this game will change my opinion. I doubt it, but I'm here for it if it does actually do it. So, without further ado, let's get into it. Let's start our rebuild of the Cleveland Browns and try to fix this just 2.5 decade long, just abysmal franchise. When I said that Coach Juice fell on hard times, this is what I meant. He's gone with the mullet and he's the receding hair. He's losing his hair is thinning. He's gained a bunch of weight. This is what I meant when I said Coach Juice has fallen on hard times, daddy. This is what taking the Cleveland Brown job does to you. It makes you stress eat and stress think. So Coach Juice is our coach for the job, but I believe that even though he has gained all this weight, he's gained 350 pounds and he's losing his hair, I do believe that he is the man for the job and we will be able to do this. We are going to roll with auto-generated draft classes for this series. I don't tend to do real-life draft classes, and this is still in the early launch period, so I wouldn't even think that they would have draft classes ready to go in the first place. But let's take a look at this roster. If I can remember how to do it. I haven't played Madden in a few months, so let me remember how to do it. So this is what we're working with. Oh, I forgot about Deshaun. We're not going to have Deshaun. Let's just be real. We're not going to have Deshaun Watson. So this team has no redeeming qualities on offense except for David Njoku. Don't give me that crap about Jerry Jeudy being a good wide receiver. He's fine. He's whatever. He's not amazing. Deontay Johnson doesn't like playing in the cold. Cedric Tillman's okay. Other than that, you got nothing. Jerome Ford's a fine running back. Quinshon Judkins, I love him as a Buckeye, but is he even going to play? He's got that whole beating his girlfriend allegation, so who knows if he's even going to play. In this series, he's playing because he's Quinshon Judkins and he doesn't have those allegations in this game. we don't care about those in this game. He didn't have that. That never happened. But in real life, who knows what happens with him? The offensive line's old and it's fine. It's whatever. You got Conklin, who's old. Batonio's about ready to retire. Wyatt Teller, I'm surprised, hasn't retired yet. Tevin Jenkins is fine. But really, it's all about the quarterback position. Who is going to be the guy? They don't even have Shador with a face scan. Really? You couldn't even give my guy a face scan? That's crazy. 88 throw power. This is the first time I've seen these stats for the rookies and for everybody, really. This is the first time I just downloaded the game like an hour ago. So, this is the first time I've seen any of this stuff. 88 throw power, decent starting accuracies. His short accuracy is fairly good. I feel like it's a little disrespectful for his arm. I mean, he was throwing some cannonballs at Colorado last year. 86 throw on the run's fine. What's his speed looking at? 78 speed's not great. I do like to scramble when I'm playing quarterback. I mean, he looks like he's a decent quarterback, but having normal dev is going to be a tough start. We'll see what can happen. And then obviously we can't see Dillon Gabriel just yet because he's further down the depth chart. We're not going to have Deshaun Watson. Don't worry about that. There's Dillon Gabriel. We're going to move him above. We're going to move him above that. We're going to have him. They don't even have Joe Flacco on the team. He must have got cut in when I simulated the spring training. So Flacco's been cut already, which is a sign. We were going to cut him anyway. But here's Dillon Gabriel, the former Oregon quarterback, former Oklahoma quarterback. He was somewhere else, I think, too. He didn't get a face scan either. You didn't face scan two of the most high-profile rookies in the class? All right, whatever. I know they didn't go high in the draft, but they're still high profile. So he's got good accuracies. His throw power is really bad. His throw on the run's okay. His speed's not great. His acceleration... These guys are very similar. They both have normal dev. I guess we're gonna have a quarterback battle between the two of them. One of them will play the first half, the other will play the second half of game number one against Cincinnati. Because let's be real, we're probably not going to beat Cincinnati, and we'll see who's going to be the better quarterback. As far as running back goes, what do they got Quinshawn rated as far as his individual stats? He didn't get a face scan either. I mean, what are we talking? Who did they give face scans to? 90 speed, 91 excel is fairly good for a rookie running back. 85 agility, 93 carrying. His break tackle is not great. I mean, did you watch him last year at Ohio State? He was breaking tackles like crazy. We'll be able to develop. He's also got hidden dev, which I would assume would be star. I have no idea. I didn't watch any of the revealing the rookie dev trait videos that have been out on YouTube recently, so I have no idea what any of the rookie dev traits are. We've also got Dylan Sampson from North Carolina, right? I think it's North Carolina. It takes forever to load into a. Good God. Yeah, he's no, he's from Tennessee. That's my bad. That's my bad. 92 speed, 91 excel. Okay, so the two rookies actually have some promise. Maybe we can move Jerome Ford and a trade, maybe get another receiver, and then just start the two rookies. I could be okay with that. Obviously, we got David Njoku. The offensive line's going to need a lot of help. And then on defense, we've got Schlesinger. Oh, I forgot about you. You did get drafted, didn't you? From UCLA, 6'3", 242. Carson Schlesinger, I forgot he got drafted. 87 speed, 86 tackling. He's got good pursuit, 86 pursuit, 90 acceleration. His zone coverage needs a little bit of work. What's his archetype? He is a field general. Okay. His play rec is a 76. He looks like he's got some promise, and he's got a hidden dev, so it's probably star, but he looks like he's got some potential. I'm excited about that. What else has this defense got? Obviously, like I said, JOK in real life is going to be out for the season, but not in this. We've got Jerome Baker. We've got, hey, look at that. Joe Tryon-Shoyinka makes his return to the franchise. He was on Tampa last year. Now he's with Cleveland. I didn't even realize he was here, but he's here. We've got, obviously, Myles Garrett. What do they got Myles at? I know he's a 99, but what do they got him at this year? What do they got him at? He is 29 years old. 98 power moves, 96 block shed, 94 play rec. Yeah, he's going to be a freak. He's definitely going to be my user for this season. But what I'm very excited about is the interior defensive line, the D tackles, because we've got Mike Hall Jr., who is a second-year player, but we've also got Mason Graham, who is a highly touted rookie from the Cheater organization. Oh, and he gets a face scan. Oh, whatever. He's got 90 strength, 85 block shot. I really do think that Mason Graham is going to be a fantastic player for us in this series. So him and Mike Hall Jr., I do believe, will be a nice 1-2 punch. And my plan for this first season, or maybe even for this first episode, is to trade away all the dead weight. We've got Grant Delpit and the Rocket, Ronnie Hickman, as safeties. Corner, obviously, Denzel Ward's great. I'm a big Martin Emerson guy, so I like him. Greg Newsome is a fine player, but not amazing. This team has got some potential, but are they going to be good enough? We are rocking just the regular Browns playbooks, offense and defense. I didn't change anything like that. I am excited about this team. I think there's some things to be done and some changes to be made. What's this coaching carousel? Fire and hiring staff is available this week. I don't think I'm going to fire. Should I fire anybody? I don't see why. We just started the season. Maybe I should. Should I fire the offensive coordinator? Let's fire Owen Scott just to see what happens. I have fired Owen Scott. View available staff. Is there real life people? No. Oh, there is. Well, there's Kevin Stefanski just because he's the former coach. Can I hire him to be my offensive coordinator? You've hired Kevin. Yes, we got Kevin Stefanski to be my offensive coordinator. Let's go, baby. That's hilarious. So we take his job and then we tell him that instead of going to be a head coach somewhere else, he's going to be our offensive coordinator. That's pretty funny. I didn't realize you could do that. Okay. So they've added new names for things. So GM's office is now where all of the like trading stuff goes. Relocate or rebuild. What the heck is rebuild? Just like rebuild the stadium? Is that what that means? Yeah, rebuild stadium. Obviously, they're getting a dome in Brook Park. So maybe we should rebuild the stadium. And can we get a dome? I can build ourselves a dome. That might be something we do in a couple of seasons. Give ourselves a dome. That could be hilarious. But for now, I think what we actually, you know what? Let me take a look at the free agency. Who's still? Christian Wilkins is in free agency. I forgot that he got released because he's a freak and he likes kissing guys on the head. Well, you know what? That's going to be beneficial to me. I'm going to sign this man. There's not realism in this franchise because there's no realism on my channel because realism doesn't exist in video games. Big spender, let's go, baby. We got a trophy already. Realism doesn't exist. I've talked about this before. If you ever say, "Can you do realistic stuff?" or "Why is this not realistic?" or "That's not realistic," realism doesn't exist because it doesn't exist in real life. There's been trades that nobody ever thought would happen that have happened, and you're always like, "That's not realistic." It's a video game, so we're gonna do whatever I want to do. And if you don't like that, that's totally fine. But that's what I'm going to do. So if I want to sign the freak Christian Wilkins, I'm going to sign the freak Christian Wilkins. What other players are available for us? Cameron Latu. What kind of young players are available? Bumper Pool is a legendary name. What do we got here? We got nobody that's really Max Duggan. Did you know that he was in contention to win a Heisman at one point? That's kind of crazy. Not really anybody that good on practice squad eligible players. Oh, there's Joe Flacco, so he did get cut. There's Tyler Huntley, who also got brought in real life. God, this free agency at quarterback is just the worst. Running back, you got nobody, but we have our running backs already. We could pick up Zeke. That might be pretty fun. Wide receiver, you got Odell. Bring him back to Cleveland. You know what? I don't hate that. Let's bring Odell back to Cleveland. He doesn't have a job. Let's go give Odell Beckham Jr. a job. Bring him back to Cleveland. Welcome aboard, Odell Beckham Jr. What else do we got here? We got Raymond, Traylon Burks. Good God, Traylon Burks. I feel bad for you. McCole Hardman. Mac Hollins got cut by the Patriots. Okay. John Mechie's here. What kind of young receivers do we have? We got Jacoby George. Ooh, okay. So there's some decent names here. Kayshawn Booty. The Booty Man. What other players we got? I'm just looking for obviously not in Madden just yet, but I'm just looking for frickin' what's his face, Jeremiah Smith when he gets here. I'm gonna pick up Traylon Burks. Redemption starts here. The redemption arc for Traylon Burks is gonna happen right now. You've heard it here first. Welcome aboard, Traylon Burks. What about at tight end? Anybody of note? Anybody fun? Not really. Offensive line, we could use a left tackle, but there's not going to be anybody here that I want to get. Guards, Lyle Collins. Centers, hey, my GOAT, David Andrews. Retired, but still in the game for some reason. Brandon Scherf is still here. At right guard, we already have Tevin Jenkins, so we don't necessarily need a right guard, but he could go and play left guard if we bring in Brandon Scherf. It's a possibility. Jadeveon Collins could be fun, but he's not as good. Or Jadeveon Collins, Jadeveon Clowney is what I meant. He's not as good as he used to be. There's some fun names in here, but nobody that I absolutely have to have. We already got the best player in free agency. We already picked him up. Matthew Judon's still here. Didn't he retire? I feel like he retired. Maybe he didn't. What about... Oh, that's Sam linebacker. What about Mike linebackers? Anybody good? Not really. Will linebackers? Not really. Corners? Stephon Gilmore, former defensive player of the year. Asante Samuel Jr. fell off that hard? Man, give me Asante Samuel Jr. Give me that man. There's not going to be any gameplay in this first episode. We're just kind of meeting the team and getting the team set up. Next episode will be game 1 against the Bengals. And probably game 2 as well. Because we're probably going to be doing double headers. So, anybody in free agency? Not really. Nobody really else here as well. Man, the free agency kind of sucks. Hey, look at that, Justin Tucker. He likes to splurge onto massage therapists, just like his quarterback, Deshaun Watson, which we probably need to trade. Let me take a look at salaries. Where's the salaries at? Is it in here? Yeah, team salaries. Okay, so making the most money, we obviously know, is Myles Garrett, but there's Deshaun Watson. He's making so much money, but his penalty is $70 million. If we released him, we can't really just eat that, unfortunately. We can't eat 70 million. So Deshaun Watson has to stay around. But, I mean, good God, he's making so much money. Why did they do this? He's so bad. Why did they do this? Deshaun Watson's going to stay around just simply because we can't eat that money. That's too much dead money to eat. Denzel Ward, we're going to play, obviously. Wyatt Teller's making a lot of money for being not great and old. Miles Graham's expensive, but he's young and obviously on a rookie deal. Jerry Judy's making a lot of money. Maybe he can turn into something good for us. We'll see what happens. A lot of the guys are on rookie deals. Harold Fannin Jr. forgot about him from Bowling Green. Maybe he can be the next big dog at tight end. And maybe the last thing we should focus on is trading away some of our dead weight. Oh, that's right. We have 2 first-round picks this year because of the Travis Hunter trade. So that'll be useful. Quarterback, we should probably trade one of these guys. So Kenny Pickett's going to get traded. Is he worth anything? He's not worth anything. Shocker. But can we package him with Jerome Ford and get something? We can get Marcus Mariota. Oh, great. I love having Marcus Mariota on the team. What else can I do? I don't know how I feel about the new background. I don't know. It kind of looks like one of my thumbnails because the football field's right there. I don't know. It looks kind of funny. Obviously, we don't need to be at quarterback. They only made Bo Nix a 79. Interesting. We don't need another running back. We could use another wide receiver. I'm so used to seeing Marvin Harrison Jr. on the Buccaneers that I thought he was here for a second because we had him on last year's team. Emeka Egbuka. Can we trade for Emeka? That'd be pretty sick. There's Marv. I can't promise that I won't go after Marvin Harrison Jr. again. He's one of my favorites. I love Marvin. Can't help it. Who else should we try to go after? Terry McLaurin might want out. Maybe we pick up Terry McLaurin. Let's see. God, the wide receiver room for Miami really fell off, didn't it? Ricky Pearsall, Malik Neighbors at 88. Respect. Brian Thomas Jr. is only 84. He's only 84. He had such a good year last year. How do you give him an 84? Amon-Ra's a 96. Whoa. Okay. I thought I saw something weird. I thought Isaac Tesla, or however you say his name, I thought the shadow on it, like I thought he was, what am I trying to say? Like the contrast on his picture was like super turned down, so it was like black and white. But it must have just been like the change didn't load in all the way, and I caught it out of the peripherals. But it's fine. It's a regular picture. I just thought for a second it was messed up. Adam Thielen, Xavier Legette, ooh, Tetaroa, T-Mac. That could be fun. Stephon Diggs, Patriots back in the Super Bowl this year. Don't expect anything else. Devontae Adams, Puka, DeAndre. I do kind of want another receiver. I kind of want Emeka Egbuka. Can I just get the Buckeyes back on the team? You know, I didn't see my boy. Let me see my boy Will Howard here for a second. Where's he at? There he is. No, that's Mason Rudolph. That's the racist. There he is, Will Howard. I saw a white guy. I thought it was Will Howard. There he is, Will Howard. Look at that man geeking. Love Will Howard. Buckeye legend, champion. And then Aaron Rodgers, man. They've used that same picture since like Madden 22. All right, so only an 82 for Stroud. He did have a down year last year. So what do we do? How do we get Emeka Egbuka? Because that's kind of who I want. Just because. I think it could be fun to have Emeka. So how do we get Emeka on the team? They don't like that straight up. What about if I go, there's no trade packages? I don't have anything that you want? There's not a single thing on my team that you want for Emeka Egbuka. Are we serious right now? We talking legit? I could give you Joel Bitonio because simply he's old. Okay, now we're speaking the language. I don't think I'm gonna be able to get Emeka right now, which kind of sucks, but I don't think we're gonna be able to get him right now. Deontay Johnson, I could trade. I don't really think he's that good. I do want to trade Jerome Ford. I do want to trade Kenny Pickett. I want to trade Deshaun Watson, but I simply can't do that. Who else do I want to trade? I want to trade. We do need another edge rusher because Joe Tryon-Shoyinka is our guy right now, but I don't really want him. I had him last year in Tampa. I don't really want him again. I didn't realize he was on the Browns this year. Hassan Reddick. Come on, there's got to be somebody here that I can get. JT Tuimoloau? Yes, sir. Give me JT. Okay, maybe not. I'll get some of these Buckeyes. Don't worry. Micah Parsons? Yeah, I want Micah Parsons. He also wants out. Maybe he wants to come to the Browns. Who knows? Nick Bosa, Abdul Carter. Ooh. Can I get Abdul? No, not really. I'm going to get some of these rookies. I'm going to get some of these rookies. Don't you worry. Nick Scorton's interesting. Landry, Keon White, Max Crosby's a 96. Jared Verse is a good player. Ooh, Mike Green also punches women. So let's get him. Let me get Mike Green. At least attempt to get Mike Green. I got to get all the people who punch women. Let's trade Nick Needham. That gets close. How many draft picks do I have? I can go deep into the draft class, can I? Yeah, I can go 2028 second round pick. You ain't never seen a second round pick like that. Oh my god. That got crazy value. Okay, we can get the man who punches women, that's for sure. Bring him to my team. There we go. Big trade. Mike Green, welcome aboard. We got a new edge rusher. He's gonna start over um what's his face? Joe Tryon-Shoyinka. We probably trade Joe Tryon-Shoyinka now that I think about it. We should probably trade him. We generate the best lineup. We should probably trade Collins as well, and Shelby Harris, definitely. But Mike Green coming off the edge now. I like that a lot. I kind of want to trade Jerome Baker. I'm a Jerome Baker guy, but I kind of want to trade him just because we probably could get somebody better. But I definitely want to trade Shelby Harris. I probably should trade Malik Collins as well because I want Mike Hall Jr. to get as much depth play time as possible. So maybe these two guys at first we can see. We can get Kareem Hunt. He also beats women. We can just get, my God, we can get everybody. It's all coming together. Braylon Allen, Tank Bigsby, Wan'Dale Robinson's interesting. I am looking for another receiver. Malik Hooker. Okay. These trades aren't bad, but I feel like we can get somebody fairly decent. What do I need? What do I absolutely need? I need like a Sam linebacker because right now Jerome Baker I think is playing Sam linebacker. So let me see if I can find like a real good Sam linebacker. Maybe name Sam. Does nobody even have Sam linebackers? Leo Chenal? Chad Muma. Is there, man, the Sam linebacker position is very thin, it seems. Why make it a position if you didn't have anybody that could play it? What about Will linebacker? Maybe somebody named Will. Overshown's a 76. I feel like it's the same overall he had last year. Zach Bond, they really boosted him, didn't they? 80 and overall superstar dev. That's kind of crazy. Jahad Campbell's a freak. I might want Jahad Campbell actually. That kind of makes me hard. I want him now. Or maybe I want Edgerrin Cooper. Ooh. Ooh. I want both of them. Or Trenton Simpson. Ooh. Oh, yeah. Okay. I kind of like all those guys. Trenton Simpson's probably fairly easy to get. I could probably trade him for Tryon-Shoyinka. Let me go back to who was it? It was the Eagles, that's right. Let me go back and see if I can get Jahad Campbell. That might be pretty sick. What about if I offer like a third round pick next year? Or not next year, in 2028. All right, they're talking a little bit more stingy than when we were trying to get the other dude. Fourth round pick. Jahad might be a little bit harder. He might be a little bit more valued, I guess. Second round pick next year. Okay, now we're talking. They need a little bit more compensation. They also need a corner. They need a Mike linebacker. I'm going to keep Schlesinger. They need a free safety, but I have Hickman. They don't really want him. They need corner. I'm not going to give up any of the corners that I have. I've got Cameron Mitchell in all his restaurants. I'm not going to give up anybody else here. So I can't really do anything of the strengths that I like. This could be where I trade like Jerome Baker. Or maybe we give Devin Bush up. Bush? That doesn't really do much, does it? I thought maybe he'd be valued a little bit more. How do I get out of this? How do I get out of this buyout without giving up anything good? I could give them Wyatt Teller, but then I'd be thin at guard. But I could also just pick up somebody at guard. And they probably don't even care about Wyatt Teller. What if I throw him in there? Oh, okay. Wyatt Teller gets it done. So we get Jahad Campbell on the team now. I didn't think that was actually gonna go through. Now I gotta go pick up a right guard. Bye bye, Wyatt Teller. Oh, we can pick up Brandon Scherf. Perfect. That fits totally. I like that. God, why does it take so long to get to the screen? Good God. All right, so we bring in Brandon Scherf. I'm fine with that. And now, what else do I want to do? Oh, I want to trade Shoinka. Joe Tryon Shoinka. What if I trade him for... What if I trade him? I'm only trading him because I had him last year and I don't really want to have him again. What about if I trade him for Brian Burns? No, I'm just kidding. What about if I trade him for somebody? Somebody that's decent. Chase Young. Although I had him. Did I have him in Bucks franchise? I don't think I did. Can I get him? Ooh. Ooh. Me likey. Me likey. What about a third round pick? Yes, Chase Young, baby. Oh my God, I'm going crazy. I'm going absolutely nuclear with these trades right now. We're getting some great players on this defense. Generate the best lineup. Center could use a trade. I kind of want to just start DeJuan Jones, really. Let's see. What about on defense now? How are we looking? So Jahad Campbell, we got Baker. We've got Garrett, Graham, Chase Young. So Chase Young now starts over Mike Green. But this team is looking pretty good. We could trade Jerome Baker for a possible center. That might be a good idea. And then maybe we trade... I can't trade Deshaun. I need to get a center or another wide receiver. So maybe I could trade... Where is he at? Maybe I could trade Jerome Baker for a wide receiver. He's not making that much money, so it's easier for him to get traded. Can I trade him for a center or a receiver? Creed Humphrey, Biotish. There's got to be a nice cheap center that's good. Joe Tippmann. Yep. What is with all the centers having mullets and mustaches? Corbett, Bradbury, Jackson Powers Johnson, Linderbaum's a goat. Will Clapp. Yes, I will. Zach Frazier. Oh, man, the center market's not amazing, is it? Ted Karras still has a job? Let's see. The center market is either, like, unbelievably good or unbelievably bad. Cooper Beebe's an interesting one. Maybe we could grab Cooper Beebe, but the Cowboys don't also have a receiver that I want. Unless I want like Jonathan Mingo or Jalen Tolbert, because they're not going to give me CeeDee Lamb, obviously, or I'm not probably not going to be able to get Pickens, at least for what I'm offering. So maybe Cooper Beebe's not on the... Because I kind of want to package them both. Maybe a Cam Jurgens type, but Philadelphia's also got receivers that I can't get. We could go center with Tate Ratledge, but the Lions don't have receivers, right? Yeah, I don't want any of these guys. Although I do want them, but I can't get them. Let's see. Jared Wilson could be good. Jackson Powers Johnson. Who's on the Raiders wide receiver room? Jacoby Myers, Jack Besh. Is it Besh? I think it's Besh. I forget. Who cares? Colin Johnson, Trey Tucker. They got a garbage receiver class or receiver room. Linderbaum, McCoy, Oluwatimi. I thought he was going to be good. I was wrong. Maybe I have to look at receiver first. And then go from there. Luther Burden. Ooh. Ooh, me likey. Ooh, I kind of like that. That sounds like a fun one. We've already talked about Ibuka. Marvin Harrison's always an option, but I'm not going to get him right now. Or at least I don't have the ability to get him right now. What other wide receivers could we go after? Pearsall could be fun. I've never had Ricky Pearsall before. Um, Matthew Golden. What kind of speed they give Matthew Golden this year? Where's his card at? He should be pretty fast, right? Out of Tejas. 91 speed, 97 excel. Fairly good. Reminds me of Cam Barfield from College Football 25. Let's see. Tedero McMillan's probably too valuable to get. The rest of the receivers, I'm not really thinking that anybody's possible. Anything is possible. Jordan Addison would be good. I kind of like the Luther Burden deal. Is there a way I can grab myself Luther Burden? Who's their center? They've got Drew Dahlman. Jonah Jackson, Ryan Bates. Jonah Jackson got paid, so I can't really go after him. Their offensive line's not bad. Would you give me Drew Dahlman and Luther Burden for Jerome Baker? No, they wouldn't. What about Jerome Baker for Luther Burden? No. Okay. What's the value for Jerome Baker? Braylon Trice is interesting. Khalil Herbert, YGM, Roger McCreary is interesting. Okay, so he doesn't have like that crazy a value. I thought he'd actually have a little bit better value than that. I don't have to trade Jerome Baker. I was just kind of thinking maybe that'd be a fun thing to do. So the receiver room right now is pretty average. We got Jerry Jeudy, who could be good. Deontay Johnson is, I don't really want on the team that much. What about if I pair the two of them together? Franklin Myers, Garrett Williams, Adonai Mitchell. Okay. Not that much better. Kind of just a little bit better. What about if I send for Luther Burden now? Closer. I'd probably have to give up a decent draft pick. All right. I think we will cool down on the trading for now. We've done a lot of decent trading. I'm happy with it. I'm happy with the trading. I will make sure that Deshaun is not starting. We're going to start the season, game number 1 with Shedeur Sanders. Game number 2, or half number 2, will be Dylan Gabriel. We'll figure out who's going to be our guy from there. And then in the next episode, game number 1, game number 2. They start with the Bengals and the Ravens. God, this Browns team is going to suck this year. They're going to be so trash this year. But we made some very fun moves already. This team is already looking pretty cool. I like it a lot. I like it a lot. We've got the 2 rookies going to be starting at running back. We've got Shedeur and Dylan Gabriel. We've got interesting receivers. Odell's back. Is he wearing number 13? He's got to be at least wearing the right number. He's wearing number 87. All right, let's figure that out. We can't have Odell going out there at number 87. What are we talking about here? Somebody's got number 13? Who's wearing number 13? Who in their mama's mind is wearing number 13? I don't know. We'll figure that out later. Offensive line looks weird, for sure. I like the possibility of Harold Fannin. Defense I like a lot now. We upgraded like crazy. We brought in Chase Young. We brought in Christian Wilkins on free agency. Thank God they released him because that helps us out a lot. Jahad Campbell's now on the team, so that's pretty sick. I mean, Mike Green's here. He beats women. I mean, I love it. This is amazing. This is fantastic. So the final thing we're going to do is we're going to find out who the heck is wearing number 13 and strip them and make sure that they're not wearing number 13 anymore. Who's wearing number 13? It's the frickin' punter? Bajorquez? Bajorquez is wearing number 13. Get that number out of here. Who do you think you are wearing number frickin' 13? Odell Beckham Jr. is the only number 13 I recognize. Let's bestow him the correct number. He looks weird than anything else. So, did they change the font on the jerseys? It looks different. All right, there we go. That's much better. That makes me feel a little bit better. That makes me feel a little bit better. What number they got Shador wearing? Number 12, number 5 for Dylan Gabriel. Okay. God, that penalty is so massive. Why did you pay him this much money? Why did you pay him this much money? Maybe we start Deshaun Watson. Maybe we resurrect his career. Not only do we have people that beat women on our team, we also have people that abuse women with sexual assault. So, fun. We have a lot of good-hearted human beings on our team. Love it. That's the kind of stuff that wins football games right there. You sexually assault women and you punch them in the face. That's how you win football games. All right. This episode's out of control. We're going to end it there on that note. If you guys enjoyed the first episode, make sure to leave a like, subscribe to the channel, join the Juice Club. Thank you so much for stopping by and watching. Join the Juice Club. Let me know down below in the comments how you're feeling about Madden 26. Are you excited for it? Are you not excited for it? I understand if you're not excited for it because I'm also kind of not excited for it, also excited for it. It's a weird dynamic that I got going on here, but I have yet to play a game, so maybe I won't be as excited when I actually play games. That'll be in the next episode, but thank you so much for stopping by and watching. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.